Hey Taurus, welcome to Vivid Vibration. Sorry. I hope that y'all are doing well. Taurus. Okay, so we have the mirror in the empty room, the fault line, Alithia, the sustainer, and Gnosis. Taurus, I kind of want to say, when you only hear one side of the story, when you only consume a piece of information, you know, it's kind of like swallowing a shard of truth is like, I feel like it's just like it's destroying you. And I feel like you know that it's not the whole truth. And this could be past energy, but it's like, I feel like the idea here is that you were existing in something that was only like partial, like a partial truth, a partial embodiment of something that was going on around you, right? Like that wasn't the whole story, but you accepted it as the whole story because you were told to, almost, I want to say, you know, like it's like, well, you know, they said that this, and this. And so, you know, like, because it was right there in front of me, that was what I, you know, like, that's what I believed. But I feel like even though it's right there in front of you and that was what you believed, you never really totally, it never sat well with you. I just kind of feel like it, like the idea of just like ripping your insides, shredding it a little bit. Like you, like it doesn't, it like, it's funny because the last one was like, it is well with my soul. But I feel like whatever it is that is well, that was well with your soul, was because there had been something that really just did not sit well with you. That was really, you know, like it was causing issues everywhere in your life. You know, like I'm accepting this truth, but this truth is not true. And so it's wreaking havoc in my life. To the point where you really did have to just kind of like pull away, like quiet the noise, like shut everything down and shut like all of it out. Because, and I know Taurus, for like the past year, it's been in your reads, this idea of like, I'm not my mother, I'm not my father, I'm not my brother, I'm not my sister, I'm not my friends, I'm not my, you know, my colleagues, I'm not my coworkers, I'm not my, you know, like the people in my life do not define me. I am who I am of my own accord. Like I came in as an individual. But I feel like there's an idea here of just like a loyalty or an ownership or an idea that really left you feeling like it was breaking apart other areas of your life. And I want to say you're coming into an understanding through an entirety of an experience that's really bringing some sincere truth to you, that's enabling you to sustain things that are whole rather than swallow things that are fractured. Okay, Taurus. See what else we can get for y'all. The Fool. Yeah, there's something new. There's something more complete. The Tower and the Magician. Yeah, because through this destruction, through this partial truth, through this partial idea, through these fractured ideas and fractured images, and you know, I mean, like people will hold you in place and they'll demand things of you, and if you allow for them to do that out of a sense of loyalty, you know, and Tauruses are very loyal. Taurus is like, and you're stubborn and you're fixed and you don't like to move and you like to be comfortable. And even if something is like, it doesn't fit right or doesn't, like, if it's just like comfortable enough, you'll keep with it. Even if it's not right, even if it doesn't totally fit you or it doesn't totally feel like it embodies the truth, you'll stay with it just because it's easy. It's the easiest thing to do. You are the path of least resistance, you know, and that's great. But like also, you know, like if you stick with something that's broken, you know, like eventually it will get the better of you. And I kind of get the feeling that it got the better of you until you were really forced to move in a way that like enabled you to understand why it wasn't working, why it wasn't the whole truth, why all of the, you know, all of the things, and pulling away so that you can really harness your power, harness your magic, gather the truths that were present, and set forth to create something that's more sustainable, because it embodies an entirety of truth, not just a fractured idea of an image of like a small t, a lowercase t truth. Because if you have an experience, and everybody in this unit has this experience, everyone is going to have a different perspective of how that experience played out. And if you only take one perspective, then you have broken that truth, and you've sharded it into a shard into something that can be very destructive. But if you embody the entirety of all of the perspectives, of all of the truths, then you are able to bring something together in a wholeness that is going to sustain a reality that enables you to really use that truth to move forward. Taurus. I feel like there's an element of investigation with this. Like something happened that made you really kind of like start digging in. You were like, I'm gonna understand this a little bit better. Like something's not making sense. Something's not adding up. But then when you go and you figure it out and you put it all together, I think that it really helps you to kind of see your way out of this darkness and this energy that you've been, existing in, and really, opens you up to a level of abundance that is more in alignment, more in tune with your Taurian spirit, with your Taurian energy, right? Because you can stay in comfort, and just say, okay, well, I'll accept this because it is what it is, and what am I going to do about it anyways? But like, really, I'm just being thrown around, and everybody's telling me what to do, and everybody's telling me what to think, and everybody's telling me how to feel. But I don't think, and so you did it because you didn't because that's just like the what was at your feet, like you were just walking what was there, what was available. But what was available was broken, and it was tearing you down, and it was pulling you, piecing you out. And I think that you are understanding the reality of all the ways that affected you in your life. And with this understanding, you are able to see your way out of it. It's almost like it motivated you to move. But with that movement comes clarity. And with clarity comes opportunity, and with opportunity comes abundance. It feels like a mudslide, or like the earth finally got moving, but once it finally got moving, it goes, right? I feel like that's it. Like it's taken you a long time to get moving, but once you get moving, you go. The Page of Cups, the Three of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. I mean, the Knight of Swords is the idea of like you've heard the call, and the Page of Cups is the idea of like concentrated effort. And I feel like you have been trying to figure out like who you are in your entirety, through all the brokenness, through all the partial ideas, through all of the broken down perspectives. Like who are you in all of it, and how do you feel about it, and why do you feel that way about it, and how does your piece fit in with the pieces of others? Because I feel like when it's time for you to really go, you're going to go with a confidence of you. And it's going to lead to, like a lot of celebration. I think that there's going to be a sense of relief, but also I feel like there's reason to celebrate. There's cause for celebration. And I kind of want to say you feel like, thank God, because I haven't really felt like celebrating a whole lot of anything. I feel like you've been a little bit maybe in hermit mode, just kind of shutting everybody out for a while so you can figure it out, sort through the pieces, have a better understanding. The Devil, the Two of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. Yeah, because whatever environment or community or family or whatever, I feel like you felt very bound by your, you know, like I have to be loyal to this and I have to do this and I have to do that. But it doesn't feel like there's no sense of like, I feel blessed to have this opportunity, or I feel blessed by these people. It feels like I feel controlled by these people. I feel manipulated by these people. I feel like I've lost my voice because I've just been in the shadow of these people. And it's time for me to go in a different direction entirely. Towards your fulfillment, towards your opportunity, towards your abundance. I feel like there's a lot of emotional support. I feel like you'll be financially sound. I feel like all good things. But first, the breaking down, the removing, the understanding, you know, and then once you do that, then you're able to really make those moves. And I think that, you know, it will be blessed. But I mean, the storm is the idea of confusion. I feel like you probably have a lot of people trying to tell you which way to go. Maybe you have a lot of options, you know, it's like, I can go here, I could do this, I could do that, you know, how do I know which way I want to go? How do I know which, you know, like decision to make? And I feel like part of the confusion is that you never really had a clear picture about what to expect, right? Like, I know that if I go this way, this, and this, or if I go that way, that, and that, but it's like, but what it is that you anticipate is based off of partial ideas and experiences or perspectives of other people. And if you're making your decision based on the perspective or the ideas of other people, then you're confused, right? And I feel like even if you have to try out different areas, right? Like, even if you're like, okay, well, maybe I'll just go and try this for like a month, or I'll just like test this out for, or I'll go, you know, and meet with these people, or, you know, like I'll do this, have this conversation, or I'll, you know, I'll test drive your opportunities, you know, so that you can have a better understanding about the direction that you're going. Because I feel like, and this has been in your reads for a while now too, Taurus, is that whatever opportunity is that it's presenting itself to you, it might not seem like that big of a deal. It might seem like it's just like, I don't know, like maybe I can do better than that, or, you know, like maybe it's not paying you as well, or maybe you just like, you're not sure about that community, or you're not sure about that location, or you're not, like, there's like an element of hesitance. And I just kind of want to say, like, just try it. And if you have multiple things that you are, you know, like making decisions, you know, like kind of like the idea of like visiting colleges, just go and visit the campus. Just go and visit all the different campuses. See which one you like. See which one resonates with you the most, you know? Because like the reason that you choose it might not be the reason that you were expecting to make that choice. If it's jobs, go to all the interviews. Go, you know, try out all the companies. See which one you like. See which one fits you. Because what other people's experiences are, what other people's opinions are just causing you confusion. And, you know, like someone who is really into outdoors and goes and works in corporate America is going to hate corporate America, whereas somebody who's very like corporate driven is going to love that. And so you can ask two different people what their idea of it is or their perception of it is, and you're going to get two different answers, you know? And I feel like just figure it out for yourself, right? You're not any of those people around you. So those people around you aren't going to be able to make good decisions on your behalf. You have to do it on your own behalf. And if you feel like you're just curious and you want to figure it out, but you don't want to commit to it, test drive it, visit the place, hang out with the people, try it, make the decision of your own accord because of the experience that you had, not anybody else's, right? And people grow, people change. One thing that was appealing to you at one point in time may no longer be appealing to you, or something that wasn't appealing to you might all of a sudden be very appealing to you, but you don't know if you don't try. So try, see what happens. I bet you'll be surprised. Good things are on the other side, right? All right, Taurus, I hope this resonates with y'all. If it does, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, and I will see you again soon. Bye.